Everybody, what's going on? Coach William Grazione here. In today's video, I'm bringing you guys a straight to the point, surefire way to determine whether or not the person you're asking for help is full of shit. But let me paint a picture for you. The other day, I'm in my office, just sitting there. I get an email. This specific client is inquiring about my service, but then she's also saying that she's been asking other coaches for their thoughts and their opinions on specific things, and their things do not align with my things. If you can reach out to a competition preparation coach and you can ask them how many calories a day you're going to be eating, and they give you a blanket answer, boom. Do you see a problem with that? Every single person is an N of one. Every single person is their own individual. Susie's metabolism is not the same as Diane's metabolism, is not the same as Sally across the street. Everybody's different, so how can you blanket saying that a specific person, either it could even be based off of their height, their size, their weight, their age, all of that, how can you blanket statement and say how many calories they're going to be eating? It's impossible. You cannot do that unless every single person that you work with, you're essentially just putting on a cookie cutter program. Rule number one and thing number one to pay attention to is if your coach can provide you X amount of calories per day without examining your history of your eating habits, without examining previous diets that you've utilized, without completing a very in-depth client questionnaire, your coach is full of shit. Item number two is going to be, how much cardio am I going to be doing at the start of a competition preparation? Because I asked this other trainer down the road who's in the same town as me, and they said I'm going to be starting out doing an hour a day. For the sake of being a positive person in this video, I'm going to ignore that, and again, I'm going to say you cannot blanket statement things like caloric expenditure. If somebody just walks up to a trainer and asks them, hey, how much cardio am I going to have to do during my competition preparation to be able to bring my best physique to the stage, and they just blanket statement and say, you're going to have to do an hour a day. Again, it's a blanket statement. I can tell you right now that in my going on my 10th year of being a nutrition coach, that I've never had anybody do more than 45 minutes of cardio 6 days a week. Ever. And that was even at the most extreme. Now there are coaches out there, and I'm sure you guys have heard of them, probably your girlfriends have heard of them, and they're doing 2 hours or more of cardio per day. In most cases, you'll come to a realization that people who are doing that much cardio per day, the reason is because their coach does not have the nutritional awareness or the nutritional knowledge to be able to get them the result with food and minimal cardio. When clients ask me, how much cardio am I going to have to be doing, coach? I tell them as minimal as possible. Now, there are people who will have to get up to doing a half an hour a day, 40 minutes a day, 45 minutes a day. It just depends. Again, I have a belief that so much of what we can solve or so much of the progress that we can make derives from our nutritional approach at the very beginning. It does not derive from, making sure you're doing an hour of cardio walking on a treadmill every single day. So if your coach can blanket statement how much cardio you're going to be doing at the beginning of a competition preparation, this is rule number two, that your coach is full of shit. Number three is going to be, if you start asking your coach about specific types of questions and they don't have any answers and they're always just coming back to you with just trust in the process. Or, this is one of my favorites, how dare you ask me those questions? How dare you question my authority? There's a reason why they're doing that. They're trying to force that energy back at you to make you not want to ask them any questions. Because the truth of the matter is that it's not that they don't want to answer your question, and it's not that you're bothering them, it's actually that they don't know the answer. In most cases, an educated individual will be humbled enough to say, I'm sorry, I don't know the answer right now. I can theorize what I believe the answer to be. However, I will come back to you and I will find you the answer and I will provide you with what I find the following day. That is what an educated professional would do. On the back end of that, you have the bully who really doesn't have any education, who takes everything offensively. Think about it. If you have nothing to hide, why would you take anything offensively? I don't have anything to hide. If I don't know something, I will go find the answer and I will provide that back to the client. If you take it offensively, chances are either you don't know or you are very insecure with your own education. That is going to be, I'd say, rule number 3 and tip number 3 that you should pay attention to let you know the person you're asking for information or the local coach in your area, again, is full of shit. And number 4 coming at you guys right now is going to be when your coach, whether they be a physique coach for competition preparation or whether they be somebody who's just focused on fat loss and meal plans and specific types of foods, when they overemphasize all of this dehydration talk around peak week. Like, peak week is not anything more than just slathering some icing on the cake. Peak week is designed to bring you that extra couple percent, improve your look, increase vascularity, improve tightness. A lot of you who may have competed in bikini, who have done these very drastic dehydration protocols, you'll notice that you probably looked better a week out than you looked on the day of the show. However, the coach that you likely utilized also really puts a huge emphasis on how valuable peak week is. Oh my God, girl, just wait till peak week. Just wait till peak week so that I can dehydrate you, have you use diuretics, lower your sodium, jack your potassium up, and have you feeling like a zombie on stage where you looked better a week out. In all reality, that's exactly what happens. So again, if you have a coach who is helping you and they are putting way too much emphasis on peak week, they're putting way too much emphasis in the magic tricks and the magic of peak week to help you bring your best, it's not going to happen in peak week, guys. It's going to happen when your coach strategically plans ahead of time and has you making sure that you're looking your best a week or two before the competition. So that way you can just smoothly flow into the competition and you don't have to worry. You don't have to stress. You don't have to jack your cortisol levels up, which then actually makes you hold water. You don't want to have to do that. Make sure you're ready a couple weeks out and you can eliminate the stress, you can eliminate the worry of having to worry about peak week. That should be the kind of like the easiest part of the entire process. It should kind of feel like you're at an advantage, like you're cheating because you feel so damn good going into your competition. So that's tip number 4 in regards to how you know if your coach is full of shit. I hope you guys appreciate this video. If you have any suggestions, any comments for us, anything you'd like for us to discuss, go ahead and leave those down in the comment section down below. I know each and every one of you out there have heard of this stuff, so I just want to bring some more light to it for you guys so that we can stop getting so many emails from people that are just kind of going back and forth and second guessing themselves because these trainers that are soliciting this advice, they're very good at sales. You're going to notice that a lot of coaches who are really good at what they do, they don't have to overemphasize the sale because our results speak for themselves. And when your results speak for themselves, your clients actually help you sell. You don't have to focus on making high ticket sales because your results speak for themselves. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.